Let's talk side
Are you
hustles
loving the
for a
Girlfriend
second.
Hour so far?
I meet so many
We
women
hope you've
who have
been
the most
inspired by the
wonderful
wonderful
ideas and
women you've
passions to
seen
help
sharing their
move them
stories.
into
Do
earning
you
their
have an
own
inspiring
money.
story
Some
of your
these
own to
ideas
share?
are toiled
We're
over
looking for magic
years,
just
but
like
many
yours.
never
Be
see
featured
the
in
light of
Feminescence
day.
magazine
Poor
and
cash
start
flow,
your
lack
own
of confidence,
exciting media
other
journey.
commitments to family
Join
or jobs
many
seem
other
to
fabulous
all
women
block
who've
their
been profiled
ability
in
to
Feminescence
follow their
magazine.
entrepreneurial
Unlock
dreams.
access to
Well,
an
our
international
next guest,
audience,
the gorgeous
propel
Alexis
your career,
Jane,
and
has
expand your
created her own
network.
business
Make
that
today
helps
the
women
day you back
overcome all
yourself.
of the trappings
What are you waiting for?
to start
Visit
their own successful
feminescence.com.au
business.
to find out
For
more.
any woman looking to learn how to truly hustle their way to freedom, Alexis is your woman. Let's give a huge girlfriend hour welcome to Alexis Jane.
Excited to
Oh
be
my
here.
gosh, this is so exciting. All right, I have so many questions for you. Are you ready?
I am always
Thank
ready.
you for coming on our show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, please tell us a little about you, but how did you end up where you are currently and some of those pivotal moments? Because a lot of us have those little breadcrumbs, those little pivotal moments, sliding door moments, and I'd love to hear what yours are.
Oh, where do I start?
When she was one. No.
Well, my big pivotal moment that really got me into business was when I went through a separation with my ex-husband, and there were so many different layers that went along with that, with family and so many things. And on that journey, I went through deep, deep, dark depression. And whilst I was going through deep, dark depression and I was holding my stress within inside my body, my appendix almost burst. And then not long after that, I popped my shoulder out and my shoulder needed to have a shoulder reconstruction. And I was like, this just doesn't feel right. And then I sat on the floor crying and I just looked up. I'm like, help, I need something, give me something. And I found a 2-day life coaching or life development situation online. I was like, I'm going to jump in and do that. So it was a 2-day event. Then I got sold into a 7-day event. And from there, I found NLP, kinesiology, hypnose, timeline, all of the things. And it really showed me that I could have an inspiring future. And I didn't actually understand what that meant until I was in that room.
Wow. And it's sometimes that we don't actually know what we need, but it often does find us if we're open and willing. Has anyone else found that? Like it's sometimes you just put it out there and all of a sudden it'll turn up in your life. And tell us about cracking the fear code.
Cracking the fear code. So that was one thing that I had to make some big, bold moves and do things that really felt super uncomfortable to me, things that I knew that were going to help me get to the result that I desired. And my background's been personal training, hospitality, sport, and I'm very results driven. So doing things that really stretched me to get to where I really wanted to get to. And that was really starting my own business and finding the way and investing in myself. I heavily invested a lot of money into my personal development, into life coaching, into business coaches to help shine a light on the things that I needed to learn to be able to build my business.
Amazing, amazing. I love the quote that you've shared with me previously. I'm the girl who jumps and finds her wings on the way down. Where did you find the courage to just dive in head first and trust that you'll figure it out? Is it something you've always had or is it something that you need to constantly work on?
I think that it's something that I've always had, but I do also need to work on it. I've had friends in my world say, I don't know how you do what you do. You working here and then you're working there. Now you're starting a business. Now you're doing this with your business and this is happening. I'm like, well, we only have one life. So I just leap in and say yes to so many different things that scare the poop out of me. And, and I just find my wings on the way down. And if it fails, it fails. If it works, it works. And at the end of the day, everything's just a learning lesson. There's no failures.
There aren't any failures. I love that. And there's a book called, there's a book called Failing Forward, and I don't know who wrote it, but Failing Forward is amazing. As long as you sort of keep moving forward with it, it's not a failure, they're just lessons. Now, like so many women, you experienced a traumatic end to your marriage and found yourself grappling with how to move forward on your own. How did you approach this, and is there any advice you'd share with other women who might find themselves in a similar predicament?
Be gentle with yourself, be kind, and allow yourself space to really slow down and figure out what it is that you truly deeply want to desire without rushing and forcing and pushing to do something because you think that you need to. And listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what your body is telling you, because your body and you have the answers already inside of you. And allowing yourself to...
Can we give a girlfriend a yes to that one? Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Through your work, are there any common themes that you've identified with women that set them back? What do you think some of the biggest challenges facing women today?
The biggest challenge that I find with my clients is their confidence in putting themselves out there. Their work's phenomenal. The results that they get with people that they work with is phenomenal. They work with people for free and those clients get amazing results. But when they go to ask for the money, it's a challenge for them because it's such an easy thing for them to do. It's so natural and normal for them to have a conversation and to transform somebody else's life, but to get paid for that. And that was one of my biggest challenges as well, was to get paid for the work that I do by having a conversation with somebody and transforming their whole lives. And I've witnessed clients after one conversation with me within an hour create thousands of dollars just through clearing the energetics that are inside of them. So that's probably the biggest thing, is confidence and taking those big, bold moves.
I love that. And who's been one of your greatest mentors?
I must say you have been one of my biggest.
That is not on here. That is not on here.
I do go back to when we did some work together, and you taught me a lot in me having to ask for certain things and asking my clients for things and mirroring the work that you do. And you're the first person that came to mind when you said that, when you asked me that question. But yeah, that you were one of my biggest. Yeah.
Okay, you can go now. All right. What daily practices do you employ to stay positive and on path? Because it's not always easy, right? Something will happen at home or in our life or with a relationship, and it can bump us off course. So what are the things you do religiously every day to say, no, that's where I'm going, that's my goal? How do I stay going that way?
Journaling. Journaling's one of my biggest things. So I actually created a program at the end of last year, and I had quite a few people come to the program going, I hate journaling. And by the end of it, they're like, I love journaling. Well, because if you don't
How many people journal? Is that a thing that's done? Yeah, look at that. Heaps of people.
When you don't actually understand what journaling is, like when I first heard about journaling, I thought it was Dear Diary. This is what's happening.
And the boy at school was mean to me.
Pretty much. But then once I actually understood how to do journaling properly and do a brain dump and get all the noise out, it didn't need to make sense. I'm having a coffee, I need to go to the bathroom, there's birds outside, I can hear whatever that it looks like. It's 4:30 in the morning and I've decided to get up at stupid o'clock. Whatever those words are, just allow it to flow through. And then asking, the pivotal thing that shifted and changed for me was asking an intentional question. So it could be, what do I want my day to look like today? Who do I need to talk to today? What's my higher self saying? And then because you've got all the noise out of your mind and you ask yourself an intentional question, the answer just flows through you from your higher self, and you're like, whoa, I didn't know that was inside of me. And then you kind of set and forget, and the intention that you set for the day, by the end of the day, you look back and go, oh, everything that I wrote down in that question
magic.
It's like magic. Yeah.
I love that. And Alexis, as we wrap up today, can you tell us something that one of your girlfriends does for you that just means the world?
One of my girlfriends, she just knows when something's off. Even if we haven't spoken for months, she'll message me and say, I know something's wrong.
I have one of those. And I have lots of those, but one in particular I'm thinking of.
And so, so she messages me and then she unpacks it with me, and it's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? Please don't go anywhere. We're going to have a D&M.
Are you loving the Girlfriend Hour so far? We hope you've been inspired by the wonderful women you've seen sharing their stories. Do you have an inspiring story of your own to share? We're looking for magic just like yours. Be featured in Feminescence magazine and start your own exciting media journey. Join many other fabulous women who've been profiled in Feminescence magazine. Unlock access to an international audience, propel your career and expand your network. Make today the day you back yourself. What are you waiting for? Visit feminescence.com.au to find out more.